Afternoon. Afternoon, beautiful people. England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, Wales, and the rest of the world. Good afternoon. Lovely to see it. It is Mother's Day. I've just been to see my mother. And for those of you that have mothers, cherish them. And for those of you that don't, honour them and remember them because they brought you into the world. So yes, it is what it is. It is Sunday today. It is the 14th of March 2021. 2021. Lovely to see you all. Thanks for tuning in. We're just waiting to see who we've got in the room. Our little Chinese lantern flying about in the background there. Happy days, eh? Happy days. What have we all been doing today? We have exciting times. What's going on in the world? We touched yesterday. I can't concentrate on two things at once. Let's put it that way. I touched yesterday on. Oh, hello. Let me just turn that off. I touched yesterday on certain things that's going on, and I just said to my mother, "What do you make of the Harry and Meghan debacle?" She said, "I can't watch it. I can't watch that nonsense." It's great because people ain't buying into it no more. The Piers Morgan, the Harry and Meghan, people are seeing through it now. They're seeing it for what it is. It's desperate people doing desperate things. Who cares? Do you actually care about what happens to Meghan and Harry in that realm? No. And I'll tell you why I don't. Because this country, the abominations that go on, bear in mind the Queen is a sovereign, or the head sovereign of all of apparently all of us, and we're supposed to be subject to her. Now, I don't like that. I don't think we should be subject to anything other than the big man upstairs. Truthfully, I don't. We shouldn't have masters. But when you look at what's happened with the royals and how they turn a blind eye to the homeless, the child abuse, all the other stuff that goes on, if they were compassionate, caring people that cared for people, I'd be different. They don't. They're only in it for their own ends, and they won't stop until they've got everything, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, they won't stop till they got the lot. Let me tell you that. So it's all just a distraction. Absolutely right. Loving the sunshine. Love to all mothers and to all the brothers. Yes, mate. God bless you. Our queendom is upside down. Yeah, you best believe it, Gary. You best believe it. So I got no time for their theatre, their puppetry. But you know, so many people now can't be bothered to listen to it. Piers Morgan walked out. Who cares? Who cares about their bread and circuses, their theatre? Not interested. Not interested at all. Interesting video. What is Faye B? Lovely to see you, sweetheart. You all right? Jack Jones is just a distraction. Yes, mate. It is. So look, I don't care when there's homeless people on the streets, when there's veterans dying and no one cares and they're freezing cold in shop doorways, stiff as a board, and the police I couldn't care less. I couldn't care for them because they don't care for us. You know, someone said to me, "Oh, you should always show respect to a cop." But no, respect is earned. It's not given. You don't give respect unless it's earned. If someone earns your respect, different story. Then give them respect. But if they don't earn that respect, what's the point? So all this stuff that goes on this media is drivel. But I'm very pleased to say that my mother don't watch it. Can't be bothered with it. Can't be bothered with it. I'm all good. Hope you're well, Dave. Yes, Faye, I'm not too bad. How's your mum? Is your mum all right? Hope she's all right. Bless her heart. Trevor, hello, mate. You all right? So yeah, we had a very interesting thing yesterday. I talked about a website called A Warrior Called. Dave got a link on my boiler. Sent you an email. Have you, darling? All right, I've just got back, Trevor. I'll have a little look at that. When you say boiler, are you boiler in the kitchen or the one up in your airing cupboard? What? Send me a picture of it, Trev. I'll tell you what's going on. Mum's doing great. Yeah, I've got to love your mother. She's a sweetheart. Yeah, gives a good cuddle and all. Very good cuddle. Hope she's all right. Oh, here come the horses. Look, here we go. Oh, here they come. I wonder if there's any more. They're all gone up. No, that's my missus back. You should see some more soon. Here we go. They're going back out on the yard. Looks like the jockey, doesn't it? Grand National. Here goes red rum. Look, red rum. Happy days. They've been out for a hack. They love it, all three of them. The three amigos on their horses. Unbelievable. Things they do. It's good, man. Fabi, yeah, did you see them? Got their high vises on, which is all good. Yeah, God bless her. Give her a cuddle from me, man. Decent mother. It's in the kitchen, so it's your central heating boiler. Oh, Trev, send me a picture. We'll have a look. We'll have a look, son. I'll lend you my ear and give you some advice. Yeah, saw them. Did you see them? Yeah, lovely, aren't they? Beautiful animals. Beautiful, beautiful animals. So look, you know, what are you doing? Are you paying attention to this shitstorm? This bread and circuses? I don't think many people are anymore. Genuinely, I don't think people care. I think people have just, they're seeing through this now. Potterton Pro. Oh, yeah, not good. Potterton Pro. You'd have to send me a picture, Trev. Yeah, that's condensing boiler, isn't it? Ooh. You might have some problems on the inside there, brother. Pass on your message. Yeah, please do give her my love. What a beautiful, beautiful woman. Beautiful soul. Beautiful. Wants to do good in the world. We should all be doing good in the world. We should all be doing good in the world, man. We shouldn't be doing all this nasty, nasty stuff. And it's understanding the system we live in. We've enslaved ourselves through the personage. It's all been done through deception, smoke and mirrors. I don't really like deception. I don't like smoke and mirrors. I like to know what the real truth is. I like to know if 2 + 2 = 4. I don't want to live in this world with a group of people that use trickery to deceive us. We're all born with pure unconditional love. Amen. Your birth certificate, yeah, it's the trickery. It's absolute trickery. You know, if look, I mean, actually, it's quite funny. I'll read you this. You're going to like this. And may I suggest you do this yourself? May I suggest that you take the time out of your days to pop a letter in the post to Smedley Hydro, which is the General Registrations Office, and ask this. Ask the Registrar General for a copy of the trust that was created when my parents registered my Christian name with the Crown. See what response you get. So that is, ask the Registrar General for a copy of the trust that was created when my parents registered my Christian name. Oh, see what comes back on the wind. The more you do it, the more they get the message that we're all waking up and that we're all coming together. It won't cost you a lot to put a first-class stamp or a signed for thing in the post, and watch what happens. Show me the trust. I want to see the trust. This beneficial thing. Why are you signing it? Well, I want my son, my daughter to have the benefits. Okay, cool. So what are them benefits? Well, if you don't play ball, we'll beat you with a kosh. Oh, well, that don't really sound like a benefit, does it? That sounds like slavery or a plantation. Yeah, no, I'm not up for that. That goes against what I come into the world for. Surely to God that does. And the personage, they can only sue and be sued in person. Can't sue the living man for a civil thing, and a civil is Roman. You know, the civil procedure rules, Roman jurisdiction, Caesar. Man and woman is where we need to be. We need to be back in the jurisdiction of men and women. And my goodness, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, if we did that, you got no idea how great we would be and how great this country would be and how free we would be and how beautiful it would be, man. It would be something like you just couldn't create in your wildest dreams. But this system of governance holds you back. And whenever you've got a group of people that seem to think they own you and they're prepared to bash you up and come and kick your door in and drag you off down the cell screaming naked, you've got to really question what you're living in. Surely you have to. And that's all we're doing. We're questioning, we're going, well, what's actually going on here? Why is this happening? This shouldn't be. We should not be going through this. No, it's not a benefit. So what choice do we have? Is, well, just to give it all back, right? Give back to Caesar what is Caesar's. Tell Caesar to stick it up his smokestack. Bosh. Faye, we should all love each other. Trevor, God, you've got no idea, mate, how true that is. We really should be. That's where we should be. We should be all right with each other, sorting each other out in the private. We shouldn't have this public system. Oh, the state's a victim. You've got to be a lunatic to believe that's even true. How can the state, which is a 2D fictional thing, how can that ever be true? It's fiction. It's not real. It's Batman and Robin. It's Joker. It's Superman. It's fiction. It's Stan Lee. Victim search. Well, who's the victim? If there's a victim, show me the man or woman that's claiming that I've damaged them and I'll settle with them. Oh, well, we can't do that. Oh. So really and truthfully, when I'm settling with the state, I'm just paying for judges' pensions, surely. I'm just paying for them to go and sit in the Bahamas somewhere for doing fuck all. Must be right, yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, I said to my mum earlier, I am in the world to fuck this shit up and turn shit around. Excuse my French, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here to end this nonsense, but I can only do it with you lot. And we do it by sharing knowledge, wisdom, empowerment. That's it, Fat Man and Robin. Absolutely right, UK media. Absolutely right. All the words I use are described in the Oxford Dictionary. Please don't take offence. Because it's so difficult now. You know, you're offending me. Well, I don't. When there's people dying of homelessness and you've got people worried about the gender of a potato, you've got that potato character that you can dress up in all different outfits. You get a big spud, you get all the hats and the lips and and you can dress it up and make it what you like. But now you can't call it Mr. Potato. It's got to be, I don't even know. And now in some university, they've banned the word mother. My goodness. I really do live amongst the fucking retards. How can you ban the word mother? Who's running this shit show? Surely you've got to be questioning it, right? Then you've got this Baroness. Oh, we're going to curfew men. Men ain't allowed out. Oh, well, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I look all right in a dress and a bit of rouge lipstick and a bit of eyeliner. I'll be all right. I'll still be going out. But the idiosyncrasies of even suggesting such a thing, that you're going to banish gentlemen from going out after 6 p.m. You have got to be cuckoo. And these people are making your laws. Ladies and gentlemen, there is only one lawgiver, and this is it. You use this as your peas, mashed potatoes, and gravy for your daily bread. You watch the system crumble. This is the only law. There is only one lawgiver. It clearly says in there, there is only one lawgiver. There cannot be another. We have gone into Looney Tunes. Where have I been? Oh, UK media, where he's been? We're in Looney Tunes, Baronet. Oh no! So then what? So they pass this thing so men or persons can't go out after 6 o'clock at night. Well, that's all right because persons are a fiction; they're not real. It makes me ever so more determined to get people out of this system with me, which I'm doing it this year, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, in the next few months, everything's going back to them. Everything, driver license, birth certificate, bank account, the lot. It's all going back to them. All going back with a little letter saying, no thanks. I've tried to remedy this situation by letting you know who I am, by serving the Queen and the Prime Minister and the Home Secretary and the Attorney General. You failed to respond. You've acted like traitors and despots. Well, here you go. You can have it back now. That's the only choice I am left with now, is to give them their shit back. Because it's all a fiction anyway. They know we're coming. They know we're here. They know that we're all waking up. And they know there's not a damn thing they can do about it. That's the great part about it. They cannot suppress the truth and the light. That's one thing they do not have any jurisdiction over, is God's law and God's people. They don't have jurisdiction over it. So it's time we stop playing in their arenas. Man on man, you get anything come through the post? Yeah, I'm happy to go with that, provided you got a verified claim that I'm acting in the capacity as a person and not, in fact, as the living man. Well, they can't do that. Settle any claims of them. You prove I'm acting as a person, as a corporate fiction, as a fiction of the mind. You've got to be crazy to believe in fictions. You've got to be crazy to believe that a Mr. or a Mrs. is real. It's a dead, lifeless, fictional title. And these are the truths we're waking up to. We're waking up to this because God's given us a kick up the rump, ladies and gentlemen. He's going, wake up. I didn't bring you into the world for this. I brought you into the world to be free, to understand who you are, to be the wolf in sheep's clothing, to be as gentle as a dove but as sharp as a serpent. All these things are revealed to us. But there is only, oh, you've broke the law, doing 36 and a 30. No, I don't think so. I am a keeper of the law. I am an ambassador of God. How higher can you get? Who is trying to administrate my worldly affairs? What is going on here? Who's lying to me? Who's deceiving me? Who's bearing false witness? Who's trespassing on my land? Who? These are the truths we're waking up to, ladies and gentlemen. I really do hope you're with us. Nothing can stop what's coming. That's why they're panicking. And yeah, they don't need to panic because there's nothing they can do about it. Faye, there is nothing they can do to stop God's people. Nothing. Because he's back. He really, really, really is back. I mean, listening to some of George Michael's lyrics in his songs recently, man. Oh, some of the lyrics, you know, there's a song where he said, you know, I spent 20 years in a day trying to bring people home, but then they just followed some other guy and walked straight into the flames. And I'm telling you, you show me a judge in this country that shows you love. You show me a judge in this country that shows you compassion. You show me a judge or a clerk or anyone in this country that actually cares for you, cares for your life, cares for your well-being, cares for your children. No. Social services took 2 kids the other day for being overweight. Now, if a kid wants to be fat, it's his choice, right? And why are kids fat? Because they don't play out on the streets no more. When I was a kid, I ate like an horse, but I also ran around like an horse and played all day. So I burnt it off. I wouldn't change my upbringing for anything. But social services took 2 children, because kids are money. To social services, kids are gold dust. Literally gold dust. They are the thing that gives them their existence. It's the same as the police. The police only deal in crime. If there was no crime, there'd be no need for these scumbags. And they are scumbags because they've lost their honour. The police have lost their honour. They've lost their oath system. And now they treat us as common slaves and follow orders that are crazy. Absolute craziness. And they believe in their heart of hearts that they own us. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know how dangerous that is to consider, to even suggest to own a man or a woman? Do you know how repugnant that is? But we do it every day. There's people go to courts for a little civil matter and then go off in a Serco van to prison. Why? Because we deal and trade in each other. And we see each other as slaves, man. Elaine Clark. Hello, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Yeah, you're right. Be no good once they block the sun. They're talking about, they got people out, oh, we're coming up with a device to block the sun. Lunacy. Whatever happened to God's creation and just letting God take care of it all? He's got it covered. He's got absolutely every angle covered. You think you can outfox him You think again. You got to be deluded to even think that way. Every living organism, every breath you take is by design. And it's not of our design, it's of a higher super intelligence that can never be outwitted or outsmarted. He laughs at us. He thinks we're amusing. We're his little children, every single one of us. Even the judges, he considers them to be his children. Well, ladies and gentlemen, don't go to the pit, go to the light side. Please, got stop doing all this wicked stuff in this country. Now, my friend the other night, driving down the road, come to a roundabout, got his back window shot out by someone, some kids with a BB gun. I'm like, what has this all become? This is becoming a little bit too surreal for me. It's coming a bit too evil. We've got to end all this stuff. Trevor says he makes a very valid comment. He said, Dave, it's hard for people to take it in, but it's happening. And it is, Trevor. Are you trying to deceive me? One of my favourite questions. Yeah, coppers, taking your van. Well, you're deceiving me. How can a man ever take a man's property? What is it? What is that all about? That's fiefdom. That's theft. But they claim to own it all. They own it all. They own every soul in custody. It's disgrace. We've got to come out of this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, if you don't, as a species and a race, we're heading into a place where you're not going to like it. You ain't going to like what they got planned for you. Let me tell you. It's unbelievable. Marshall, how are you, darling? We're going home soon. Hugh Macbeth, mate. That wouldn't be a bad thing, would it? Trevor saying, hi, Marshall. You're right, Marsh. Good boy, Marsh. Love it to pieces. How's the missus, son? Ain't seen her in here for a little while. You curfewed her. Happy Mother's Day. Hope you went out and got her some plants and that for the kids, some daffodils. When I was a kid, I used to go to this, they drain the old canals out in Peckham because too many people were killing themselves, drowning, walking along the canal path, pissed. And there was all the rat problems. So they decided to drain the canals and they turned it into Burgess Park. Well, every Mother's Day when we was kids and skint, I used to go out and pull up the daffodils, take them home and give them to my mum. And strangely enough, at the age of 53, old habits die hard because my neighbour along his edge got some beautiful, beautiful daffodils up there, all out, all erect. They're all up, proper rigid. And I'm thinking to myself, go on, son, just 4 or 5, just button up. But I couldn't do it. I wish I wanted to. I thought to myself, nah, they're my neighbour's daffodils. Perhaps I'll have to put some out the front of my own to do the same and go and get myself. And on every year, generally, I take my mum a bunch of daffodils, and she always giggles and laughs. She said, I remember you as a little scrope bringing them in. You know, it's funny, isn't it? It may test you, but it never break you. Hi, Dave. We allowed them to make people material costumes who don't give a crap about the genocide being committed around the world. God forgive us, Elaine. I can't argue with that. You know, we've lost 2 souls in the last couple of weeks that I know of that have had these the V's, and within 48 hours in unconscious and sadly no longer with us. Talking about that, there is the AstraZeneca, which has been halted in many countries in Europe because of it's been causing blood clots and causing many deaths. So, you know, have at your peril. Personally, my humble opinion is struggle on, carry on with your fight, how you normally just live in your life, and take your chances with some good vitamins and all that other business, because they're not putting that stuff in me, mate. Not on your Nelly. Not in this lifetime. No. And it's, you know, I'm mindful of the fact that many years ago they rushed a thing through that they thought was the bee's knees at the time, and it was going to be a savior, and it just called spina bifida, and kids were coming out all deformed, and it was just absolute tragedy because it was rushed. And there's one thing you can't buy in this world, and that is time. You can throw millions and zillions and billions of quids or whatever it is that they make this paper stuff, but you can't buy time. And time tells. Time, it takes time to test things and to prove things. And You got these people say, oh, the science is there, it's all right, we've done all that. Well, yeah, they could do. And I'm pretty sure that 40, 50 years ago when the spina bifida thing come out, they was exactly saying the same things, you know. But it's always the souls that are left to carry the brunt of it. It's always the families that have to mourn the grief of losing a loved one or losing a child. And the system thinks that by paying out for vax damages, that it's all right. And that vaccine companies, you can't prosecute them. They're immune from prosecution. Well, what's that all about? That's just not right. That's not right. It's not right. It's not right. Nanotech, they compare it to computer software. Apparently, my mum was telling me earlier that they've got this thing in hospitals now that you swallow it and it's a camera, and as it's passing down through you, it takes photos and sends these photos back to live screens so you can see stuff in real time. Like, I'm like, that's fucked up. But because my mum loves technology, she thinks the way that it's all going is fantastic, you know. People ignore it. Thalidomide. Yeah, the thalidomide, spina bifida thalidomide. It was all to do with vaccinations, wasn't it? You know, I'll probably get this video striked out by YouTube for mentioning the V word, because you're not allowed for it. Look, you should never have any platform, Facebook, YouTube, censoring you through your freedom of speech. If you're full of hate and hatred, I can understand keeping that, and I don't know, but free speech so that you can communicate with your brothers and sisters around the world and say, boss your uncle, what's going on? You get it stricken out, and they strike it out and say, you've gone against our community guidelines, which is communism in the first instance, and they're censoring what you can and can't say. That's really dangerous, because that then brings us into the burning of the books, doesn't it? It brings us into, why is all these statues being taken down? Who in their right mind can't just walk past a lump of metal without taking offense to it? Was it hurt your feelings? Oh, bless. Oh, yes, hurt your feelings. But you're all right with the homeless. You're all right with the child abuse. You're all right with all the other stuff that goes on. But hurt your feelings. Oh, yeah, no, we can't hurt your feelings. No. That makes sense to me. It's upside down, topsy-turvy. AstraZeneca was ICI. Who was I gonna Farben was made gas pellets for? Yeah, IG Farben. Yeah, they made the gas pellets, didn't they? Faye B, she's laughing at Marshall Wade. The only V that I worship is the vagine. Good boy. Good boy. Is that why your missus always looks so happy? Bosh. Eddie Goldstooth, the pill. Hello, mate. Nice to see you, Ed. Lovely to see you, mate. Hope you're all right. Happy Mother's Day to all of you people out there. Those of you who ain't got your mums no more, let me tell you, they're always around you. Always. Your loved ones that are passed over are never far away from you, mate. They see everything, and they laugh at us. They really do, because they've moved on. They've gone back to paradise. We're still left in this shithole. My cousin had a flu jab, Fimry, 74. She passed away on Wednesday. If I mention the family, go nuts. Oh, mate. I feel sorry for you, Elaine. That's quite sad, mate. That is quite sad. God bless her. She lends it to me once a month. Oh, it's a lend. Yeah, that's a nice. It's reciprocal. That's good. Once a month, you poser. May I suggest you buy a packet of 12. That'll do you a year. January, February. Don't forget, February is less days in the month, all right? There's less days. Oh, bless her. Yeah, Elaine, I'm sorry for your loss, mate. It is a real tragic time. My mum told me today that she's had her V, and I just can't get emotionally attached, because I'm just like, well, your body, your choice, you know. It is tough, ladies and gentlemen. It is very, very tough. Once a month, you poser. My good God. She does always look happy, though, your missus, in fairness. Marsh, been missing. I reckon you got her tied up somewhere, like Joseph Fritzl in a cellar, have you? Because she's not allowed out. I haven't seen her in it for ages. Yeah, sorry for your loss, Elaine. Bless your heart. I bet your cousin was a right proper bird and all. 74. That ain't no age, is it? That ain't no age. But yeah, the dark side is on the march, but we're here and there's nothing they can do about it. So they're going to lose. The dark side, these wicked will lose, and they're going to lose so spectacularly that you've got no idea. It's going to be a right show when it's all over. Jesus Jones, I had the vax, I tooted him back like a good and terrible driving. God bless you, man. First year mum's not with us. Oh, mate, Ed, God bless you, mate. I bet she was a proper woman, your mother. Proper woman. She got to be. She brought you up, man. You're a decent dude. Love you at the bits, Ed. God bless you. Just look at the amount of children we can't. Well, there you go. You know, it don't take a rocket scientist to work a lot of stuff out, does it? Do you know what I mean? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go. I thought I'd pop in. I like to try and pop in at least once a day, once every other day, let you know I'm still alive and I'm still rocking it. They ain't got me yet. And to suggest, you know, get over, go and get yourself on the observation deck. Great channel on YouTube. Get over to the Warrior Calls and Dr. Vernon Coleman and Cole Vernon. They do some great stuff. They really, really, really. I'm an opportunist. I just pop in whenever I've got time. But these people are really dedicated to bringing you some really good information. So from my home to yours, God bless you all. May the good Lord bring you peace and solace in your daily lives. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Take care.